What's going on, guys? So today I am extremely excited. I have finally got my holy grail of vinyl in. After 4 to 5 years of searching for this, I have finally found it. This is Because the Internet by Childish Gambino, the Deep Web Tour Edition, and it is signed by him. So crazy story with this. Basically, this was only released during his tour in 2014 for the album Because the Internet, which is my favorite album of all time out of any genre. So after a very long time of looking for this, I finally found it. I had a search filter on eBay whenever it gets posted to alert me. I've found maybe 4 or 5 within the past 4 or 5 years where people actually posted it. So on average, about one a year. And I would always bid on it, and I would always lose because it always got to a crazy amount. So just to give you a point of reference, these usually go for anywhere from $600 to $1,000, which is absolutely insane. They're extremely rare. There's only 500 copies of these made, so I have number 241 out of 500. It's a little beat up, but totally makes sense. It's fairly old. They actually use a real stamp to stamp this cover on, so that's why it has like these marks over here. So every vinyl is actually unique in its own way from the stamp. So yeah, here's the story behind it. So I got a notification that it was posted for $150, and that was the starting bid on eBay, but there was also a make an offer button. So apparently the offer was accepted, the best offer. I wasn't quick enough and someone got it. I was very upset. So I posted on the Donald Glover Reddit that whoever bought that, I hate them forever because I was not quick enough. And not only is this vinyl worth so much, but it's also signed by him, which is absolutely insane. So something in my head told me, message the seller and ask him what he sold it for, like what the best offer was. So I did, and I messaged him and I said, hey man, could you just tell me like what the best offer was for this? Because I would have honestly offered you $250 easily. And I said, I understand if you don't want to tell me the price, because some sellers would obviously be that way. But he messaged me back almost right away and said, buyer fell through. If you want it, it's yours. And my legs went numb. And I went absolutely insane. The fact that he put it up for so cheap is just insane. I have been looking for this for years. It is my favorite album, my favorite version of this vinyl, an extremely rare version of this vinyl. And I finally found it. So even though I told him that I would do $250 for it, I still tried to play with him a little bit and try to see like where he was at. So I said, hey, would you take $215 for it? And he said, well, the guy offered me $240. So would you do $225? And this guy was working with me. So you can obviously tell he's a really nice guy. He's honestly a true Gambino fan. So he said, yeah, man, let's do it. $225. So after tax and everything, this came out to right under $250, which is a steal. It is absolutely insane. So I got it from him. And I asked him, hey man, what's the story behind this? Like, how did you get it? How did you get it signed? And he told me the whole story. Basically, he went to the Because the Internet tour in 2014 in Detroit. He bought this vinyl at the show, which is where it's only available. It was only exclusive to the tour. And after the show, he went outside with his friend, and they stood outside his tour bus and waited 2 hours for him to come out. He finally came out, did a little meet and greet with like a bunch of the fans that were out there, and he met him, and he signed this for him, which is absolutely insane. I love that story. A lot of dedication to sit out there, and I just can't believe that he would sell it. But I mean, this was definitely meant for me, so I'm very happy about that. So I'm gonna open it up and show you guys what the vinyls look like. Okay, so it's basically just a nice red, beautiful, very limited artwork, which I absolutely love. Very simple, right to the point. And then here's the second one. Side 3 and side 4. So despite the cover actually being a little bit damaged, the records are in absolute perfect condition, which is amazing. And I am so lucky to have finally come across this after years of searching for it and finally finding it. This is the holy grail of vinyl for me. It is the holy grail of Childish Gambino records. And I now own every single Childish Gambino record that was actually put out by him. So no like bootlegs or anything. I own every single one that he's ever put out. This was the last one I needed, and I would honestly throw away my entire record collection if it meant that I could just own this. I am so insanely excited about this. It is beautiful. It is in a little bit rough condition, but for the price that I got it for, I cannot ask for anything more. it is signed by him. So I did have speculation a little bit that the signature might be forged. However, due to the really, really nice conversation that I had with the seller, just, checking out his profile and just like listening to him and, the fact that he wanted to work with me on the price, even though I already told him I would pay him $250 for it, and he still wanted to go down for me. I thought that was really, really nice and genuine. He seems like a really true Gambino fan, and I totally 100% believe his story. He even offered to send me a picture of him meeting him with the vinyl, which I said, no problem, man. Like, I totally believe it. And I also compared the signature to everything else that he signed, and it actually totally makes sense. I tapped into my inner Pawn Stars there, and I was comparing signatures, and like with like a magnifying glass, I was going all crazy. But yeah, I think it's totally 100% legit. There's only 500 copies of these in the world. Maybe 50 of them are signed, honestly. Like from what I'm guessing, 50 of these have been signed. That's just an estimate. Again, $600 to $1,000 these go for, and this is still signed. So I have absolutely no intention on selling this. I'm going to put it in an extremely thick case. I'm going to put it in a frame. I will hang it up. This is my most prized possession in my whole entire record collection now. So I just wanted to share this with you guys and share that really cool story. I got the deal of a lifetime, and the moral of the story is never be afraid to ask, especially on eBay, if the item is still available after it's sold, because I totally got hooked up. And whoever that buyer was that fell through, he made my life so much better. So thank you, buyer, who fell through. All right, guys. So that is going to be it for today. I just wanted to show you my Holy Grail that I just got in. I was very scared that it was going to get damaged during the shipping, but it actually didn't. There's a slight bend down here that the seller let me know of beforehand. And there is a little slight dent over here, which I think might have been done during shipping, but it really doesn't matter, seriously. Very rare record. Very happy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll be back with more videos, and have a good one.